So we're going to start with the condenser coil, which of course is a sure target, especially on those units perched on top of those commercial buildings or commercial roofs. The one difference from split system coils is that they are not quite as prominent. They're usually exposed on one or two sides. They don't wrap three-quarters the way around like a split system does. That fact works in our favor with hail, which we all know is directional. And if we're lucky, maybe the storm and the hail maybe has approached from a side that does not expose the coil. That's why in a commercial claim, you might have multiple units on a roof and some coils are damaged and some are not. That's just a factor of which way the unit was facing or which way it was oriented. Never assume on that type of claim that if one's damaged, they're all damaged because it was in the same hailstorm. Might not be true. And like split system, the fan and the fan grill, those are going to be at risk just because they're targets. They're right up there on top. They really can't hide. Don't be surprised on a commercial unit that's larger, might have more than one fan as we see here. And we can't forget about the cabinet itself. And while those fan grills might get dinged by hail, the cabinet, made of even a heavier steel than a split system, they should be hardy enough to withstand most hail unless we're talking maybe 2 inches or greater. Then you're going to have to pay close attention. Most common thing that happens with the cabinet is spatter or clean spots made by the hail. It's really just cleaning the dirt, the grime, and the oxidation from the paint. And although it's very visual, might even look like damage, normally that's not going to constitute direct physical damage. Next is the disconnect. Whoops, sorry about that. Went one too fast. Next, the disconnect. Same as residential units, but on a commercial unit that's sitting up in the open field of the roof, they're normally attached directly to the package unit cabinet itself, as seen here. It's steel construction as well. We don't get too many claims for damage to disconnects by hail, but maybe occasionally. The electrical whip might catch a lucky hit. Again, very occasionally. Those are usually more damage than wind storms and trees falling and stuff like that. So ideally, package units sit on a curb and the ductwork is located directly below them. It's not exposed, doesn't come into play, right? But again, like we talked about with those evaporative coolers, sometimes we find the ductwork is adjacent to the unit, even running long distances across the commercial roof. In these cases, we also need to evaluate this ductwork closely for hail damage, since those ducts may not be insulated or protected, as seen here. They're made of a lighter gauge metal than the cabinets, and they can get dented by hail easier. Many package units also have an economizer, and although most of the components associated with economizers are internal, the economizer hood could get affected, as seen here.